Today, I'm going to completely be revamping my Instagram sort of feed aesthetic. So I want to share with you guys how exactly I'm going to go ahead and do so. Now, in today's video, there's going to be 3 separate steps that I'm going to go ahead and just lay out for you guys. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and actually implement for myself, so that way I can build the dream aesthetic feed for my Instagram. Now, before you go ahead and get inside of this video, I'll let you guys know that my name is Boustedt and I run the Takeover Shop, which is essentially just an editing store for creatives just like you. And that has allowed me to be a full-time content creator, making videos just like this, helping you build your own creator business / brand authority here on Instagram and on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started writing out for you guys exactly the 3 steps that I'm gonna go ahead and follow. Number 1, what is the first step of creating a dope Instagram feed? And that is going to be determining your visual style. So essentially, when people come across your feed, what do they feel? Are they feeling moody? Are they feeling like bright and airy, like happy vibes from your feed? Or are they like, yo, your life looks sick, I kind of want that? So kind of more of like a feeling of, I guess, envy or aspiration is the better word. Literally just go ahead and write down, you know, what do you want your feed to feel like? For me, I kind of just want my feed to feel a little bit aspirational for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead just like aspirational, sorry. And sort of like techie, but also sort of like, you know, what's the word? Maybe like hype sort of thing, like almost like trendy, you know? I don't know if that's the right word or if that's kind of what I'm going for, but essentially aspirational, maybe techie. Techie is a little bit actually, nah, techie is kind of not it. I think aspirational, hype, and then maybe just like minimal would be pretty fire. Just kind of having a clean feed to where people come on a page, they're like, oh dope, this dude's lifestyle looks pretty sick, like I wouldn't mind living his lifestyle. So yeah, so those are kind of my 3 words. Go ahead, pick 3 words for you, or if you're just super simple, just be like, yeah, I just want a moody sort of Instagram feed. Now on to number 2, this is your feed layout, right? So what structures are you implementing into your Instagram feed? So the best way I could describe this is just using a 3x3 grid, right? So let's say you want to follow like a checkerboard sort of pattern. So this would be like the lights, and then the other ones would be like dark. So maybe something like that. So following a checkerboard pattern is super easy because you pretty much just go ahead and post 2 variations, and that's all you have to worry about. So for me, if you guys look at my current feed right now, it is lifestyle photos with some text sort of like blocking it, and that's sort of a checkerboard feed. But also you could also do more of a lifestyle feed, which I'm gonna pop up my girlfriend's Instagram account because I feel like she does a pretty good job at keeping it purely lifestyle, but also kind of having some sort of cohesion in the fact that she does, I believe, like filler pictures and then like portraits, and then maybe some more filler pictures. So she's almost kind of following the same thing, but she just has like a healthy variety and it all kind of pieces together. Now I wouldn't go as like strict as it being a checkerboard theme, but she definitely has like her Instagram content pillars. So that way when she posts, she knows it's gonna be looking pretty solid. Now that you have your Instagram feed layout drawn out, this is the last step before I actually go ahead and show you how I'd actually implement sort of these 3 sort of steps. The 3rd step is just maintaining your feed. Once you get the visual style and the feed layout, you just go ahead and like make it, right? So this is taking photos, creating covers, so like cover photos as well, like if you do the checkerboard theme like me, or just getting like filler pictures as well. So that's sort of like the first step, is just like getting the stuff for the feed, so maintaining or creating, I guess. And then the second sort of step is using editing to your advantage, right? If you want an iPhone sort of style feed, then you can go ahead and do that, but also feel free to use colors in like apps like Lightroom Mobile, to where you can edit the photos to make them look more cohesive and sort of blend together in the way that you want them to. So if you want a moody feed, then maybe just go inside of Lightroom or the iPhone app, or Android app if they have one, and just make the photos darker, kind of convey a moody feel. Now that honestly applies for anything. So if you want like more of a cinematic feed, etc., more of a warm tone, cold tone, you can kind of go that deep as well. So these are the 3 steps that I'm actually going to be following for myself for creating my own new feed layout, because it's almost the new year and I want to try something unique, something a little bit different for my feed, and just see how I like it. So now feel free to click off this video and go ahead and implement. But I'm going to share with you guys how I'm going to implement on each sort of step, sort of just building the visual style, and then also creating the feed layout. And I'm not going to show you guys me going out and taking photos and editing them, because I could honestly make an entire video about that, which, by the way, if you guys want to see that video, I'd be more than happy to share with you guys. So let me know down in the comments below. So yeah, so first things first, step number one is identifying like sort of our visual style, and the best way for you to go ahead and actually do that. So as you guys can see, I have Pinterest pulled up right now on screen, and this is actually like my Instagram feed sort of visual style. How I went about actually creating this was going on Pinterest, and I really just laid out, who am I? I am a creative, I do videography, I'm a photographer. So more of like a creative, right? And then also like, I like streetwear. I like sort of like the colors black. As you can tell, like I literally wear black all the time. And then I also like fun pops of color here and there. And then I also like sort of quotes that resonate with me. As you guys can see in sort of this board that I created, you guys can see sort of content creation right here. You guys can see some quotes, very simple, very minimal. And then also I did do some lifestyle sort of stuff. So like a Tesla, that's my dream car. Eventually I want to incorporate that into my feed. Right now, just can't, because your boy is not simply able to afford a Tesla right now. One day though, hopefully next year, we'll see. Some lifestyle stuff, pretty fire, pretty chill. And then also like sort of like streetwear. I want to incorporate some like fit pics, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though they're probably gonna be the most basic fit pics you could ever see. But yeah, just sort of photos like this. And then this style sort of resonated with me, so I kind of captured it. Honestly, don't know if I'm ever to use it, but just stuff like this, you know what I mean? Like just capturing these sort of images, like also working out. Working out is a key pillar in my life moving forward. Like that's something I'm really trying to push myself to continue doing, some family sort of stuff. And as you can see, like this is all very great inspiration, and it's all stuff that I could see myself actually creating in my day-to-day, because it's so aligned with my life, right? Like I like wearing cool clothes, or at least just like chill, simple clothes. Honestly, I'm not too big of a clothes person yet. But like, yeah, stuff like this, like I love going to coffee shops, and I love bringing my MacBook, and like I could take that on a random Tuesday afternoon. Why not throw it in there? Same thing with this, you know, sometimes maybe I might be out of shoot and I got a cool photo op, let's go ahead and do it. Same thing, coffee shop. Also, yeah, another thing, gaming is another part of my life. So sort of just try your best to incorporate all aspects of your life, even if you think that's such a tiny thing. Like let's say just you love coffee, right? You could literally go to coffee aesthetic and just pick out sort of the things. So let's go ahead and just type in like maybe PS5 aesthetic. And as you can see, lots of photos pop up, and then you kind of just go through and you could just pick whichever ones are kind of like speaking to you. Honestly, this one could be a good one, just like kind of a chill vibe. Hit save and create like a new board. So I'm just gonna go ahead, save, and then it'll save to my feed. Now, really take your time with this, just have fun with it. Like honestly, don't take this too seriously at all. Just take your time with it. And then when you're out and about, you know, trying to take some photos for your feed, you can go ahead and start doing so, like taking photos whenever. So now I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to Canva. Okay, so I got Canva pulled up, and then I also have like a feed sort of laid out for you, which if you don't know how to do this, just literally go to elements, and you can go to frames, and then as you can see, you can just drag this in and then just create like a grid. So I'm gonna go ahead and start just finding some photos. So I actually like this one, so I'm gonna just copy image, and I'm gonna paste it right here, and I'm just gonna drag and drop it right into this little slot. And I'm just gonna keep doing that for our entire feed. So I actually ended up finishing out my feed and like kind of how I want it to look. I think for the future, all I want is like a lifestyle feed. I don't know if I want to do the checkerboard sort of thing anymore. I think just taking more photos and showing more aspects of my own personal life is what I want to do over on Instagram. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of reflected in the feed. I have like me working, I have like me kind of working, having fun, me just having fun, my dreams, or like my dreams like having a Tesla, PlayStation, like again streetwear, like just, and all of these photos right here are just gonna help me really solidify the vision that I have when I'm actually out and about creating content, and like it really helps me funnel my focus to getting the desired result that I want, right? So this is why the visualization part is so important, because it helps you so much really dial in exactly what you want for your feed. And honestly, there's no real right or wrong way to creating a feed that looks good. Just really use your design expertise, or just use your eye and like whatever feels good to you to really like dictate what your feed looks like, because at the end of the day, you are the only you. So the way you do Instagram is going to be different than someone else and how they do Instagram. Okay, so these were sort of the first 2 steps in action, using Pinterest and then using Canva to see your feed layout. And then after these 2 steps are done, just literally keep this on your phone, take a screenshot of it, and then just go out while you're shooting content, try to like replicate sort of the images that you see here in your planner. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. If you guys want to learn how to create better content or how I grew my account from 0 to 10,000 followers on Instagram, go ahead, check out the videos on screen right now. Remember, guys, take action, take over. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.